Hi, I'm Brett Larkin. This is a simple pre-meditation practice. You don't need to have any yoga experience to do this with me. This is going to be really fast, and we're just going to prepare the body to sit. So here I have my meditation props, and since usually when I do this I already have them out, I just have them nearby. So I actually use this zabuton the whole time I do my pre-meditation practice. This is my shawl that's going to keep me warm when I meditate later. And what I do is I just stack my shoulders over my wrists and my hips over my knees. The first thing I do is actually, before just jumping into cat-cow, I just try to find a long spine. So I spread all the fingers apart, I press through the knuckles, and then I think of lengthening my tailbone back in space. So a lot of us, our backs are naturally like this, or maybe your back is naturally like this. Just think of lengthening the tailbone back in space. Imagine squeezing a block between your inner thighs to firm your navel and your belly up and in. And think of your sternum and the crown of the head reaching forward, shoulder blades gliding back. And I just practice breathing into the space of my torso. So take a huge inhale into your torso. Try to spread your shoulders and your hips apart diagonally, side to side and up and down. Huge breath in. Exhale all the way. Just draw the navel up and in. So again, no movement. I'm just inhaling, trying to expand how much space my torso is taking up, really filling it up with breath like it were a balloon. And then again, without moving, just exhaling all that air out by firming the navel up and in. You can exhale through the nose or the mouth. Again, I'm just going to take a huge breath in and exhale. So through most of our life, our daily life, we're only using about 30% of our lung capacity at any given time. So I just like to find complete stillness with my spine parallel to the ceiling, to just really try to find space in the torso. And then once I've done that a few times, then I take an inhale and I let my navel drop, even though I'm still lifting the belly up and in and arching the heart forward, spreading the collarbones back to come into my up cat, and then rounding chin into chest, taking the tailbone towards my knees for my down cat. And I'll do this for 2 or 3 rounds. I like to just go really slow, really press down through the knuckles as I round. Think of really lengthening the tailbone towards the space between my knees, and as I arch, really splaying the collarbones back. I'm just taking my time. Good, and then I just take my knees hip width apart or a little bit more. So I go as wide as I can, and I lean back into my child's pose. And if you have limited range of motion, you can always put pillows underneath you here. You can see my whole video that I have on modifications. I don't really need it, but I wanted to show it. I'm actually going to use it as just a little rest for my head. And I just kind of take the hips from side to side. So just kind of rock the hips from side to side. Good. And then on an inhale, come back to all fours. So I come back to all fours. I don't really arch. I just glide the shoulders down and back. And then on an exhale, I take my seat back to my heels. So it's just a little movement. Moving meditation. Inhale, I'm going to reach the heart forward, draw the shoulders down and back. Exhale, hips to heels. So following your in-breath, rise, keep your eyes closed if you can. This is a really simple movement. Exhale, just take the seat back to the heels. Good, and then inhale, come on up. This time I'm going to take the seat back to the heels, but I'm going to go towards the right as I do it. So I'm taking my hips towards the right. Good. This time I'm going to take my hips towards the left as I inhale, come up to all fours. As I exhale back to child's pose, I'm just going to take the hips to the right. So you can come and look at the video and then try to do it yourself with your eyes closed, but I'm just making a huge circle with my hips. This is really nice to do before meditation because usually our hips aren't that open, especially if we just woke up or we've been sitting at a desk all day. I find this is a really nice way to just kind of say hello, what's going on, without forcing them into a big stretch. I'm going to reverse the direction of my circles now. So I'm going to go to the left, back to child's pose, and I'm going to come up along the right to come back to all fours. Again, my biggest focus is really my breathing. Slowing the breathing down, inhaling for a full 3 counts, exhaling for a full 3 counts. Good, and then I'm just going to shift back to my child's pose. I'm going to walk my hands over to the left. So again, this is a really nice side stretch. You don't need any yoga experience to do this. Just walk both hands to the left and root your right sitting bone down. And feel the stretch along the right side of the body. Good, and then I'm going to walk both hands over to the right and reach my left sitting bone down. And come back to center, and I'm going to press my hands into the mat to walk myself up. So I'm not doing some sort of like weird stress on the body to come up. I'm really mindfully moving to press myself up, and then I'm going to sit on my cushion so I have a nice tall spine, sitting on the front of the cushion. And then I'm always cold, so I'm going to wrap myself in my meditation shawl and just take another simple side stretch. I'm just going to take my left hand down and my right arm up and over. Good, and then I'm going to take my right hand down and my left hand up and over. And I'm going to think of pressing down through my left sit bone, stacking the shoulder blades, stacking the collarbones. Good, and then I'm just going to reach both arms up. Maybe lean back a little. Hello, day. Hello, I'm about to meditate. And exhale, press the air away. I'm going to feel really tall. Last thing, so I'm going to lean way back so you can see. Last thing, I'm just going to lean forward and reach my hands forward. And I'm going to breathe into my low back. I'm going to walk my hands over to the left, rooting my right sitting bone down. Maybe find a stretch in the side of the body. I'm going to walk my hands over to the right. This time I'll root the left sitting bone down. Then I'll come back to my forward fold and center. And then press myself up. Perfect. I now feel much more open than I did about 5 minutes ago. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comments below how you feel, if you liked this little meditation warm-up. And feel free to follow this up with any of my meditations below. If you like any of the bolsters and Zafus and Zabutons that I'm using, they are free shipping for you as a Brett Larkin viewer. So there's links on how to get free shipping on all these products below. And if you like this meditation shawl for Valentine's Day, you can get it with this tote bag completely free. So you pay for the meditation shawl and you get this beautiful, beautiful bag, which is valued at over $55 for free, again, only for Brett Larkin viewers. So get those promo codes below and have a great meditation. From my heart to yours, namaste.